Hi YouTube. So nobody knows me on YouTube because this is my first video. So introduction time. I'm Stephanie. Some people know me as Luna. Few people. That was my modeling name, not my stripping name. So because I'm so dark skinned. Anywho, why am I making this video today? I'm making this video because I have decided and I am 100% sure that I will be getting a breast augmentation. So this video is informative for you to follow me through my journey, and it's my first opening video for other YouTube things that I'll be doing, but just to come later. That's not what this is about. So just for my journey and kind of take things that I learned from other people and put it in my video and kind of perfect it as far as what I wanted to see, because maybe I'm not the only one that thought about it, but other people's videos did really help me when I was deciding what it is that I was going to do and how the experience is going to be. So I've told my family already. I've told my mom, my dad, I have told my boyfriend, and I have told his side of the family that I'm really close to what I'm going to do. At the end of the day, I have my mom and dad's support. They don't feel like I should do it. But they also know it's something that I've been wanting for 5 years. So they're going to just support me regardless. Boop. My boyfriend is against it. Every day I get the same question, which I get all the time from everybody else. First time I tell them or after I tell them and they just feel like talking about it is, why am I doing it? Everybody feels, most people feel, oh, don't do it, don't change what God gave you, you're perfect, you got a good modeling figure, blah, 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 which is great. But bad news is these are not the ones that God gave me. I had my first child in 2010, and I breastfed for 2.5 years because I'm African and that's what we do. And everybody told me after I have a kid, I'll get bigger hips, I'll get bigger boobs, and I'll just get into my woman body, and everybody lied because I was a 00, so I was really excited to add weight, get hips and all those good mommy curves, but they lied and my boobs got smaller. I used to be a high C, almost a D, and now I am all the way down to a low B. Of course, your circumference here does not change. Actually, it's just the cup size. So I'm still 34, 36 around my circumference here on my chest. So I have roommates, so I'm just going to kind of pull my shirt over my head because if somebody walks in, I don't want it to be awkward because I'm in the living room, the only place where I have lighting. So you're going to have to excuse me if all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, and continue my video. So, okie doke, I am 5'7", I'm actually 5'6" and some change, but I say 5'7" because I want to feel like I'm taller. So, I am 5'7". I weigh 130 pounds. I would consider my body not really athletic, but average because I don't work out. I don't have like a cut belly or nothing like that, or cut legs or anything, so I want to say I'm average. So this video is basically my decision making between silicone and saline. 3 years ago I went to my first consultation at the Washington Harbor at Bella Cosmetics. It was awesome. The doctor was super sweet, the staff was super sweet, and he was really cute. Anyways, he gave me a lot of information. I got fitted for 360 cc's high profile in silicone. I ended up not having the surgery that year because I was still a student. There was still so much going on. And so that $6,500 investment in myself, I could not make at that time, which is probably a good thing now that I think about it. About a year later, I was working, and my friend Angela told me about a place in Miami that her friend went to and had a really good experience and loved it. It's called CG Cosmetics, and the price was really good. Actually, 50% off what I was quoted here in Maryland, DC area. So I decided from that point that I was going to go with them, and I continued my research as to if I'm really going to do it or not, health risks and all that. This is actually a Walmart bra. I do not invest in Victoria's Secret bras because for 5 years I already knew that I was going to have a breast augmentation, and $40 to $60 investment in a bra that I'm not going to wear again after didn't seem plausible to me or make sense to me. So I stuck with the $7 Walmart bras. I don't really trust their sizes. I'm actually way smaller than this. This is a little bit big and it is padded, so I look full, but I'm not that full. And I don't sag. They just went down into my chest. So I decided on silicone because of a couple reasons. One, when I was researching, a lot of people said it had a more natural feel. Two, if something was to, I was get hit in the chest or something, and my implant broke or cut or anything, the silicone inside is adhesive and it stays together. So literally, if you were to cut the implant in half, it would be like two ball halves, like it's nothing pouring out of it. It's still gonna have its shape. I really liked that. But after watching YouTube videos, YouTube videos from plastic surgeons, which my two favorite that I watched all the time over and over and over and over and over again were Dr. Mark D. Epstein and also the doctor and lead surgeon at Image by Design Plastic Surgery. Their stuff was really, really, really informative, and so it helped me with my decision. I have actually decided to go with saline for a lot of reasons. I chose saline because, one, I don't like needles. I don't like surgery. When I first had my daughter, they told me I might have to have an emergency C-section, and I would have rather died at that point than to have anybody cut me. So saline, whatchamacallums, breast implants, they're not pre-filled. They come flat. This is my passport, but they come flat, and they like roll them. Okay, they roll them, and then they stick them in the incision and fill them inside of you. So that made me really, 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 really happy. So the incision is smaller and it's faster recovery rate. So if the incision is smaller and I get to recover faster, I'm all for it because I don't like pain either. And also with saline, I was really worried about, I don't think we need to stare at my boobs anymore. I was really worried about rippling. I had a girlfriend who was really, really small, and she went and got really, really big boobs, but she had gotten saline and they were rippling a little bit. That's what made me nervous. But I found out that with saline, for you being able to overfill them, you get to decrease the rippling. And also, it depends on breast tissue. So I already have ample breast tissue, and I think I have more since my boobs were bigger anyway, so I think I would have enough to kind of cover and conceal any possible rippling. But if you're somebody who's watching and you're small and you have boy boobs, then maybe silicone will be the way for you to go, because that means that you don't have breast tissue to cover any possible rippling. So silicone will probably be your best option. About the refilling, that made me happy also, because I've made a commitment for 500 cc's. But if my doctor can give me 550, 575, I'm good with that. Like I said, go big or go home. So send me home big. I don't care. Another reason why I chose saline is because if anything did happen to my implant and it leaked, it's IV fluid, so it's okay. But let's say something happened to my silicone implant. Yes, it's still adhesive, but that silicone on the inside is a little oily. So I have a really sensitive body, and I wouldn't know how my body would react to silicone oils. You know what I mean? So that was a no for me. I'm even allergic to most birth controls. So yeah, I don't know. And also with, I also found out from one of the doctors that I watch over and over again that with silicone, when you have silicone breast implants, you have to go for a mammogram or some kind of a scan for your chest to make sure that they're okay. For the first 10 years, or for the first 6 to 10 years, is every 3 years, and anytime after that, it's like even more frequent, like every 2 years or every year, something like that. And usually with scans like that, your insurance is not going to pay for it unless there's an issue, like a sickness, or the doctors think something is wrong with you. That's when your insurance will pay for it. So you're basically paying for that out of pocket, and that would be more expensive than just if you got something else. And I'm not down to spend unnecessary money. Not saying that that's unnecessary, but it's just more money than I want to spend. So that is why I chose the saline. I did make fun of a lot of people who did choose saline, because I was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. But Alia, I feel so bad for feeling the way I did when you were talking about your decision. But I got you now. It is healthier to me, and also I'm glad I waited before I got my implants, because you know implants change all the time. Now the implant shells are much thicker, so there is nothing that can pass through, like there's no exchange of oils or anything between your body and that implant. Before, that was possible because the membrane was permeable, but now they're thicker and the membrane is no longer permeable. So the silicone implants are even more safe because the oils from it don't go into your body unless obviously it busts open. And if your silicone busts open, you are less likely to know right away. You can go months to years not knowing what's going on, and I didn't like that. So I chose saline. Why am I going to Florida? The price is amazing. Silicone and saline, this wasn't really a deciding factor because I really, I'm willing to pay for the best. So it is $500 difference in price, so that wasn't really a big deal to me. I really like CG Cosmetics because they have a recovery center. I am traveling from out of state, and I don't know if I will be bringing anybody, so the fact that I can stay as long as I need in the recovery center and have 24-hour care from the nurse and hospital staff, that makes me happy, and it's for $75 a night, just like getting a hotel. So it's a 2-in-1 win-win. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. I'm gonna just stand up and show you my figure. This is something I wanted to see when I was watching videos, because I'd see girls and I'm like, oh, she looks like my size, but I never really got to tell because they never stood up in their video to show me if they were really my size. So I feel like this will help, because when I get them, you'll be able to know if they'll look good on you or not. So